Hi, good people. Good morning. It's Sunday morning. It's Sherry. So I'm here again today with some more perp puzzles. Not again that this is not my favorite topic to work on and to vlog about. It's not, because it's actually quite painful and traumatic. But for the sake of making sure that it's documented and to help anybody else who goes through this, which I suspect there will be more people added to this illegal unofficial list. Okay, there's already a lot of people. A lot of people don't talk about it for fear of sounding, you know, um, the program, how it's run, it's to isolate you and to shame you, and so that you don't speak out on it. And there are safeguards in place. At least there have been in the past. However, as technology is getting more advanced and just people are becoming more, I think, self-aware of how things work in the power hierarchy and what they're capable of and what they'll do and what they won't do and da 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 da. I think it becomes quite clear that this is a real thing. Okay, so ringing in my ear, tinnitus. Frequency. Okay, so here I am. It's I have to go to work because again I have to support myself. Nobody's gonna do it for me, and I don't ever expect anybody to. Don't want anybody to. Okay, no such thing as a free lunch, right? I believe that. I was raised like that. So that being said, last night, okay, my perps. Now I know they must live close. They could even be in the next building. Okay, kept me up all night. And this is the crazy thing. This is the thing that really gets me going. Okay. And I'm going to record it. I'm going to catch it on video, okay, for you guys so you can know what I'm talking about. But here's what happens. So I go and lay down, say, in my bedroom. No more than 5 minutes later, I hear them walking down the stairs, um, you know, in the lower unit and screwing something in the ceilings below me. So my floor, their ceilings, okay? And it sounds like a disc type of thing. So it could, like I said, this could be a very rudimentary frequency machine, something that just gives off a pitch, but the pitch is excruciating and it makes your head feel foggy. Okay, so it's still a weapon and it still hurts and it can still damage your hearing and or your brain, okay? Because it's piped right in there, okay? I can't explain how it feels. It feels like you're hearing the sound like inside. That's how deep it is. It's a frequency machine. Okay, so sound travels through air. All right, so I lay down in the bedroom. Here they go. I hear them walking down the stairs. Then I hear the thing screwing into the ceilings. Now, I listened, their ceilings, my floor. So I listened closely last night, and I noticed something that I had never noticed before, that at first I just thought they were screwing like one in. No, I think they like make a perimeter around the room, because I heard he or she, whomever, was screwing it in like all four corners of the room. And I'm sitting there listening, and it's quiet. I didn't have any TV or radio running. Actually, I don't even own a TV. I made sure everything was quiet, and I listened. No kidding. They went to all four corners of the room and installed, whatever. Heard them screwing in whatever that thing was. And this has happened before in the past. So it's the same equipment that's being used. Not the same equipment maybe, but the same type of equipment. Same thing everywhere I go. Okay, so then I say, okay, I'm going to move into another room. Okay, and lay down. All of a sudden, I hear something in the attic, like a scraping. You can kind of tell once, it was quiet before, and now there's moving around. You can tell, right? I'm not deaf. What are you doing up there? Was totally silent before. I was in the bedroom, moved into another room. Now there's noises in the attic, and there's noise. There was in the vents too. I heard the vents like flapping. These people, man, they're fucking freak show. Okay, excuse my language. That's not Christian. And I promise myself I'm not going to let them take down my, my goal of imitating and being a Christian example. Okay, it's hard though, because when somebody's assaulting you, whew, can you just imagine? So anyways, all right, so then I moved to a different room, right? I'm like, okay, we're going to play a little ping pong tonight, whack-a-mole. So I go in the bathroom. I'm not kidding. I go in the bathroom. This one took a little longer. They went into their bedroom next door. I hear something in the vents. And I hear them scuttering around. So again, I mean, room to room to room. Now, it might sound, I don't know how it sounds, like funny. I'm explaining it in kind of a comical way, but it's actually very like terrorizing. This is a form of terror. Okay? They are terrorizing me in my place. Okay? That's terror. You're following somebody. You're stalking them. Okay? in their own home. What do you want? You know? And they're in the vents. And then all of a sudden, what was odd, note to self on this one, all of a sudden the heat started turning up. The vents started blowing. So maybe they have something set up in the vent system. Maybe. Right? What do they call those? Incapacitating gases and stuff like that. You can pretty much pump whatever you want through the vents of somebody's house. You just need a hose and a little canister, whatever. Little date rape drug, a little, whatever, doodad, whatever you're trying to accomplish, put them out for half hour, little dentist stuff. Yeah, I know to the average person, you're like, this sounds so bizarre, but why? I don't know why. You have to ask them the why. It's a money trail at some point. Like I said, they're doing a lot of research and testing, and they claim that this program is legal. But to me, to terrorize somebody in their home and to use things like illegal substances and, possibly even be drugging them. I've heard of other instances where this has happened to people. That's not legal. No sheriff's department can do that. No police department can do that. No state trooper. No. Nobody in the land can do that to another person. That is considered cruel and unusual punishment. It's terror. And usually, so that's what happened. So I got little to no sleep, okay? Little to none. And it was done on purpose. And I was followed from room to room to room, terrorized all night long. And now, look at my hair. Now, I told you guys I'm mixed, so I'm half black. So that's why my hair looks a little fun. Just so you know, like there's a reason behind it. Like, I'm not just a white girl with some really weird hair, the Jewish fro or something. It's because, I'm mixed, so my hair's a little ethnic. That's why. So it look, and I need to flat iron it and whatnot. But how can I have time? I would I would like to put on my makeup and flat iron my hair for work. But when I had little to zero sleep, I can't, but I don't like to say that because I feel like that gets my perps pumped up, like they're like, yeah. But my goal is right now is to just document these daily happenings. So again, with the sleep deprivation. Oh, and this is a little interesting tidbit. For some reason, now this this is a PSYOPs program. PSYOPs is short for psychological operations. That's a military term, which means that when you attack the enemy, which I don't know how I would be considered an enemy. Right? I'm not. I don't have any problem with, anybody, really. At least not on a grand scale like that. I mean, okay, the Luciferian worshipping elite, well, boom, there you go. That's what led it to my door, probably. Right? Because that's who really runs the scene, right? The whole thing. Even besides the talking heads. You see the talking heads and you think that they have all the power. All respect to the talking heads, but there's more power behind them that you don't see. You don't see what all goes on. Just saying. And people like me are aware of that, and they don't like that people like me. I think they call that like an empowered individual, somebody who knows the game. They don't like my kind. So it probably has a lot to do with some of the reason anyways I'm on. And they'll try to say, here's a little thing they like to say, that, I've done things in my past, and that's why I've been targeted. But again, I've been on this program since birth. So what could I have done in the womb so bad? My family got a curse on it or something? Maybe, hey? It's not my fault. I was just born into it. All that other stuff came later. What was I going to say? Oh, the newest thing. Okay, so PSYOPs, right? Psychological operations. Break down the enemy's mind as well as their body, right? F with them. Verbally abuse them, make them feel isolated. Make sure they don't get a spouse, anybody they try to date or talk to. Make sure that you go and bring up their dirty, business. If they don't have any dirty business, make some up. Oh yeah, they'll make stuff up. They'll pull out fake dossiers, fake paperwork. They'll scare people into not wanting to be your friends. They'll threaten them. They'll tell them that you're under an investigation, and a legal one. That's not. They'll go to your landlords. They'll go to your job. They'll make everybody get in on it. It's really a Stasi type of program. It really is, and it's all in secret. They operate behind the shadows, and that's my job, is to kind of bring this out. That this is happening. It's alive and well, people. It's alive and well, and I'm ready to talk about it. So, anyway, psychological operations. What they like to do, they like to keep you off balance. They don't ever want you to know where it started. Obviously, it started with the Luciferian worshipping elite. Come on, okay? That's where it really started. But, on a local level, obviously you were picked for a program of some sort. But they don't ever want that to get out. right? Because then you could go to court and possibly win a lawsuit and get some new laws set up. They don't want to trace it back. No, no, no. That's why you guys are going to help me solve this puzzle. Okay? All right, because this represents all of us. You don't want to be in this, and you can easily get in this. You think, oh, if I say something, that'll get me in it. No, by not saying something, that means they get a green light. They're like, oh, they're not going to say nothing. It's like an abusive relationship. Oh, he or she is not fighting back. It's go time. No, it's not go time. In a legal way, okay? In a legal way. Let me be clear. So psychological operations, they like to throw you off. But they will throw, it's funny because there's a whole bunch of your main perps, the main organization who sponsors this gets other people involved and they pay them. Okay, so they'll hire like local, degraded churches, the fake churches, false Babylons, perverted preachers. They'll hire people with drug addictions, to be in on your harassment, okay? They'll hire, obviously there's people in every sector that are part of these programs that are paid perps, okay? And I've talked about this before about the power pyramid. So, you got Freemasons, you've got Jesuits, you've got, from any area of life, criminal justice system, you got your regular people, you got your blue collar, you got your white collar, teachers, everywhere, any bankers, anywhere in society. There's people that are employed when somebody gets on a targeting list. Those people are given your name and your profile and are told to go in, okay? Specifically, they're given specific orders. This is supposed to be to help society, right? In case there's somebody that needs to be, but I mean, obviously, you've been watching me for a long time and you're not seeing anything, so what's the point, What's the point with the sleep deprivation? What's the point with the sexual assaults? That's not legal. No, sorry, Charlie, sell it somewhere else. But okay, psychological ops. So anyways, because there's so many people involved and the people at the top do not want their name on this, right? They want total deniability. So they'll throw out names though. They'll throw their own people under the bus. So here's the name that they'll just give me different names every now and then, just random names of real perps. But those aren't the ones who are responsible for it. I mean, those are the ones who are participating. Anyways, the new name that's being thrown out now is Tom. As in Tom, Dick, and Harry. Okay. Tom to me sounds like an older, probably white dude, which is fine. Now you have to consider my frame of reference though. I don't hang around many men in general. Why would I? I mean, if I'm trying to date somebody to get, to date, to possibly for a long-term relationship, for marriage, okay, yeah. But just in general, hanging around men? No, I have male friends. No, I don't. I got male family. That's good enough. I don't have male friends. I don't need male friends. Tried that once, and it turned into a stalking situation both times, all times. So no, men don't want to be your friend. Ladies, come on. We already covered this. No. So anyways, I don't have any male friends named Tom. I don't know anybody named Tom. That sounds like an older white guy name. Why would I know somebody named Tom? But that's whose name they're throwing out. So, don't know ya, don't need to know ya. You're not important in my life. Just figured I'd throw it out there, okay? But your people are throwing you under the bus here because they're putting your name out there. I guess, Tom wants his little 15 minutes of fame, Tom. Tom, Dick, and Harry. Oh, man, doesn't even sound attractive. Not that I'm one to talk this morning, but come on, Tom doesn't even sound like anybody hot, like Tom. And all respect to people named Tom, okay? It's a nice name. It's a nice name, Thomas Tom. But I don't know any, okay? So there you go. All right, so sleep deprivation again and terrorism in my own home. Yay! That was my Saturday night. And now I have to go work. A long shift, too. So they know what they're doing. This is assault. This is no-touch torture. This is also called a slow kill. Because for over years, if you are sleep deprived and, terrorized, obviously traumatized, mentally, verbally abused, all that, it's going to affect your health. So they really are trying to, slow kill me here. I'm in a slow kill program. That's fine, though. I would say it like, and that's fine. The only reason I can say that is because I believe in the true God. It's not fine, but because I believe in the true God and I know that he has the power to resurrect us and he's done it before. You know, there's so many examples in the Bible of people who were resurrected. You know, Lazarus, there was that young girl. I mean, you know, it's one of the true God's capabilities. Obviously, he made us so he can resurrect us from the grave. So when it's all said and done, even death won't stop, you know, us from living if the true God wants. We will be resurrected and we will be okay. Does it hurt in the meantime? Yeah. Is it scary? Yeah. Is it wrong? Yeah. I mean, look at World War II. Look at all those atrocities. They were killing people left and right, and without anyone stopping them. So, just a little thought, okay? But this is a new order that they're trying to establish. I know that, and so these are all the pains that go with it. But if you guys can learn anything from this, this is organized talking done on an organized level by corporations that hire out perps, and they do things like terrorize you in your own home. Okay? Sleep deprivation. And it was a frequency machine. It was a buzzing. And it's weird too, because again, I heard him screwing it, I heard him screwing it into the, like I said, my floor would be their ceilings. I heard him screwing it into different places. You know, almost like it has to bounce the frequencies off of it, I picture I can't explain it. Next time I'll research it. I'm trying to picture the word, but like a plate, almost like a satellite, like how it's flat and how it like collects the, you know, the reverb on things. It sounds like that, like metallic-y, platey. Could be as simple as that. And I'll tell you though, when they turn that sucker on, it hums your whole head. So that's it, people. Hope everyone's have a good Sunday, okay? Thank you for listening. Do your research, okay? Direct energy weapons and organized stalking, and God loves us always. Okay, thanks, bye.